Hey guys, what is up? It is Dangeles, and welcome back to episode 197 of Constructing Los Angeles. How's everybody doing? We are back on the city today, and I am going to continue to work on the factory that we started to work on last episode. So, as far as the CLD 196, we did our different style of CLD. We did our 10-minute post commentary. For the most part, you guys really liked it. Obviously, there were some people that were hoping for the original form of CLD. But I think for the most part, it got a really good reception. So we'll definitely do it again. We'll probably do it like every 3 or 4 episodes or something like that. Nothing really too set in stone right now. I'll just do it whenever I feel like, really. But anyway, guys, we did work on this factory, and this is kind of what we put together in the first episode working on it. And for the most part, I like the design. I think it looks pretty good. Location might be an issue, though, I have to admit. For one reason only, and it just doesn't really seem like it makes a lot of sense to put a factory like this close to the rest of the city, you know what I mean? There should be some sort of industrial district, I guess, for this kind of stuff. But what I was thinking, right, and the reason why I think I'm going to build it here and not move it, there's 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is that I just don't really know where I would build it otherwise. Just looking at the map, there's just simply not a lot of space left on the 360 save. Obviously, we have the desert space up there, which I don't think would be enough space for this particular factory. Plus, I definitely want to build something else with the desert, so I think the desert is not going to be big enough. I could go reevaluate it, but I'm not going to fly all the way over there right now. The upper right corner, so the northeastern corner, there's a lot of ocean out there, which I'm thinking about, working with. And I'm not sure if I might put a harbor up there. That's a possibility. And then that might possibly be some sort of shipyard. That could be a decent place for a factory. But again, I'm not sure if there's going to be enough space. There could be, though. I mean, obviously, it's hard to tell proportions just looking at the map. But I think for now, I'm just going to build it here. I might reevaluate after this episode, depending on what we do. But I'm just going to keep on going with it. So let's just continue working here. Now, one possibility that I mentioned on my little review of the most recent update was the possibility of switching out all of the stained clay, or no, what is this called? Let me get this straight. Okay, so this is just regular clay. So I was thinking about switching out all the regular clay on this build for some acacia wood. That might look good. I think it has potential to look good, so I might give it a shot. Basically, I pretty much evaluate the new acacia wood as pretty much just a better looking version of bricks, more or less. So maybe I'll change a little bit of it right now. Obviously, we don't have time to change the entire thing because that would take an hour, so we're not going to do that right now. But I think in small sample sizes here, I could, possibly make this switch. So just like that, I already think that looks pretty good. Maybe even just this window would be a good change, and then we can leave the rest at stained clay or just regular clay. I'm gonna be messing that up a lot, that's for sure. Guys, we got a question of the day to get to in a little bit, and then we're pretty much just gonna work on the factory. I'm really not sure if I want to continue working on it with the acacia wood or just stick with the clay. That's the issue that I'm trying to figure out here. Honestly, I think it looks pretty good with the acacia wood. I think that is actually a pretty nice addition there. So maybe we'll just I'll switch all this off later to acacia, and then we will just kind of continue working on it from here using the acacia wood. So clay will go bye-bye. I do like the color with the clay, but I think this new addition to the game will just look a little bit better. So obviously this is the Bedrock Tires factory, obviously, so we're going to have to do some sort of tire construction on the interior. I think the interior is going to be kind of fun to build because I've never really built a factory before, so it should be kind of interesting. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to take this down and pretty much just create this wall here. We'll kind of cut it off right there, probably. And this is just going to be pretty much flat like slabs. The interesting part about this build is that it's totally based off of the warehouse that I built on my PC server. So I thought that was funny because, I kind of did that on purpose. Trying to figure out, so I don't know how well I talked about the floor plan, I guess, on the 10-minute video. But this little outlet part here is going to be the garage entrances. So we'll definitely get to that today. But that is what that is, just if you're wondering. And I'm going to grab the other blocks that I need. Alright, so let's see here. There we go. And I'm just going to take the stone brick around. And I want to try to finish the smokestack as well. I do like the smokestack. There might be a couple of things that I could change to it to make it look a little bit better, but I do like it. So we're definitely going to roll with that. And then also, guys, I've been having some internet problems last week or so. So it's been kind of a struggle making videos. Well, making videos hasn't been a struggle, but getting them to upload has been a struggle because my upload speeds that are normally really good and I could upload videos pretty quickly, they've been just totally throttled the last week or so, or even longer than that. And it's been taking forever to upload videos, it's been a struggle trying to get a lot of videos out, which is probably why I've been uploading a little bit later than day than I normally would like to. But it is what it is. I'm gonna eventually call the internet service provider to get that all figured out. But I like the windows there. I want to try to replicate those if I can to this side. So let's do that. We're using the black stained glass because I think that looks really good. And this is going to be indented 1 block. So we got 2 blocks in here. So I guess it would be right here. And then I got to take this in. And this is a 3x2. No, that looks like a 5x2 actually. So 5x2 like that. Then we're going to jump 3 blocks, then add more windows. But yeah, I've been having a little bit of an issue with the internet, but hopefully it won't be too much longer. And it's also been why I haven't been able to stream lately, which has been kind of pissing me off a little bit because I've been wanting to stream. Because I have a lot of things that I can stream, both on CLD and Survival Island. So we're going to get to that eventually once I get this issue resolved. Alright, and then we're going to this is actually a pretty good way to evaluate if we're going to keep this acacia wood or not. This is kind of like a big sample size right here, so let's go ahead and just kind of fill in this wall. We'll do that after this part gets all figured out. So what we got to do is we got to place some stone bricks in here and throw those across. And then down here, I believe we're going to do upside down stone bricks as well. What do you think about the acacia wood? I think I like it a lot, actually. I think it looks pretty good. Alright, and underneath of here, we're going to throw down some more stone bricks. So we're going to have to grab those. Stone brick right there, and right there. And then what else do we have to do with this? Is there any other details that I'm missing? For the most part, I think that's good. I'm going to add this Danville's anvil. We're going to have to make a store or something like that for Danville's anvils. I don't think I'm going to make a factory for it, but there's definitely going to be some sort of store for Danville's anvils. I think that's definitely needs to be a thing. We have the 2 skyscrapers over there that are dedicated to the swiftness potions, so maybe we got to do something with that as well, with all the company names in the world. All right, so that looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I think it looks pretty good with the acacia wood, and plus it's a new block too, so that's always good. Add some new colors to the world. All right, so we're gonna close this off here. Bring this all the way across. As far as that sidewall that looks out on the street, I'm not really sure if I'm gonna add anything on that. I might just make it a blank wall. Because the one good thing about the factory is I don't have to go crazy fancy with it with details because it's a factory. There's no need for that. Yeah, I'm always trying to add too much detail to everything, and sometimes I need to remember that certain builds, if I want them to look kind of realistic, they don't need detail at all. They just need to be pretty much flat walls. So that goes with some of the skyscrapers as well. Some of them are a little bit too fancy. I'm looking at you. All right. So let's go ahead and just kind of finish this up right here. All right. So yeah, I think this looks pretty solid with the acacia wood. I think I am going to switch the whole thing out. Plus it's a new block, so it gives me a reason to do it. Honestly, I would be happy with it either way, whether it was acacia wood or the clay. Alright, so let's move over here to the smokestacks. And this is the part that's tricky because I don't know if I want to fill in the rest of it with acacia wood right now. Maybe I'll build another one over here and just have this the same thing. So these are kind of angled a little bit, which is a little bit confusing. I don't even know if I like that or not. It's something I was back and forth on when I was doing the build on it. So we would take up another layer right here. Yeah, but you guys got. I'm not too sure about the smokestacks. We definitely need them on the build, but they might be too tall, or too big, or too wide, or whatever. So we might need to tweak that a little bit. What else? What else needs to be tweaked? Also, the smoke itself that's coming out of the top, I guess the cobwebs or whatever they're called in this game. Yeah, cobwebs. Those I'm definitely gonna add more of those. I actually saw a funny comment on last CLD's comments. Somebody wrote that all the smoke is heading straight towards the neighborhood. It's kind of true, but it's pretty far away. I think all the civilians will be all right. It's like all the way across the world, but that was kind of a funny thought. It makes me think that I should change the wind current on this world, because one thing I've tried to do, just a subtle detail to make things look better, is all the smoke that's getting released from chimneys and smokestacks all around the world, all of it is heading in the same direction. So, and even smoke coming out of like the end of the jets and the cargo bobs or whatever, all of that is coming from the same direction, or it's going in the same direction, because obviously the wind is pointing in a certain way. So that was just something I added to the world to try to add more detail to the place. And maybe I'll just change the wind current, because, we have the ability to do that. So let's just change it and maybe make it so it's heading out towards the ocean. That'll probably be a little bit better. Alright, so let me just kind of I'll just do one side of this right now, but there's going to be two identical smokestacks right next to each other on this world. And they're going to pretty much be the exact same height, width, and everything. But I think two of them will make the place look a little bit better than just one. So we'll see if that thought actually ends up holding true. Okay, so we're going to have to put these corner slabs there, like this. And this is going to be pretty simple, just like we did on the last build. And it was good being able to do the 10-minute episode for this, because I was able to make a lot of progress on this thing in one episode, and that's what I really do like about that. Obviously, it is a little bit annoying, or not annoying, but that I'm not doing like the traditional CLD, because I still really like recording the traditional CLD videos like this one. But it is really nice to kind of just be able to build and record it, and then just like get stuff done. And what I was also thinking about doing was uploading like raw building footage on my second channel. So basically I would just kind of like turn my recorder on for, I don't know, like an hour or two, and then just simply build, and then just upload it, upload like a 2-hour video on my second channel of just like raw building with no talking behind it, just me building. I thought that might be an interesting idea, obviously for a second channel. So if you would find that a little bit boring, which I'm not offended if you would, you obviously don't have to watch it, but it would be there for you if you were interested on the second channel. So I was thinking about doing that. Obviously I have to wait for my my internet to be fixed to do that, because that's going to require quite a bit of time to upload 2-hour videos, especially the processing. Alright, so we have the second smokestack kind of put in here, and I'm just going to kind of continue filling this thing in and adding some of the smoke. And while I do that, I'm going to answer the question of the day. So today's question of the day comes from Caleb Graham, and his question is, when you were a kid, what was your fave hobby and why? So it's hard for me to kind of choose one, because there was a lot of things that I loved to do when I was younger, and I don't like to say when I was a kid, because I still feel like I am. But when I was younger, I guess I had a lot of hobbies. So I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh a lot with my friends. That used to be like the thing at recess. I'm sure it was for a lot of you guys too. Every day at recess, when it was winter time, so we couldn't go outside, Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. It was literally like my life. That's what I looked forward to every day back in like 3rd grade. And then I played a lot of sports when I was younger. So I was on a swim team. I played baseball. I did running once I got to middle school. But strictly talking like when I was really young, definitely playing games obviously was a thing. But I would say just pretty much just playing sports with my friends was pretty much what we did. That was our hobbies. I did have a coin collection, which sounds kind of lame, but it is true. I had a coin collection when I was really, really young. So I collect all like the quarters for each one of the states, like the state quarters. I did that, and there's probably a bunch of other things that I can't think of off the top of my head that I used to have little hobbies of when I was younger. I definitely had a mineral collection. I like Hank from Breaking Bad. I had a mineral collection. What else? What else did I have? There's probably so many other things, but playing sports, playing Yu-Gi-Oh, mineral collection, coin collection, some of the little hobbies that I had when I was like in 3rd grade and 4th grade and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That was back when life was simple, when there was no Xbox yet, there was no Minecraft, there was just Game Boy, and your friends. Pretty much that's what it was. All right, so we have the smokestack kind of filled in here, and we got the smoke coming out of both ends. Basically, I'm just gonna kind of leave this like layer of coal here on the top. And by the way, thank you very much for the question of the day, Caleb. You guys know what to do. Leave your question of the day submissions in the comment section. So I really do like, man, Xbox is so glitchy. I really do like the smoke coming out from a distance, but I definitely got to add more of it. Like, that's not enough. Like, that's what kind of factory is releasing just that, So we're definitely gonna make these huge columns of smoke that'll probably go like all the way up to like right here. That would just be pretty cool. But they look awesome as they are right now. It definitely looks like smoke. That's what I love about cobwebs. It's one of those things where you just associate that with smoke. Like, it's the same thing with stairs. Even though stairs are stairs in Minecraft, everybody uses them for roofs as well. So it's like, but we still call them stairs, which is the funny thing. So even though they're like a roof block, we still call them stairs, which is always funny. They've never added any sort of like curved block into the game. Like, they should add like some sort of like triangular block to the game. I don't know if that's even possible because it's like the blocky texture of it. But it would be interesting for sure. Okay, so I don't know why I just filled that in. That's kind of pointless. I'm going to fill this in down here. And these smokestacks are pretty big. I'm still not sure if they're too big or not, but it is what it is for now. And let's see. Let's take a look at this from the front. This building shouldn't take honestly too much longer to make to finish on the exterior. But I think adding the second smokestack definitely helps a little bit. Kind of having two of them right next to each other. And I like this building. I think it turned out pretty good. So, all right. So let's just take this down here. Kind of just figure out what we're gonna do with the roof. So this is gonna go all the way down and go past here a little bit. So let's figure out how far past. So we have 1, 2, and then 3, 4. So 4 blocks past. This right here isn't filled in. Is that the same on the other side, or did I just miss a spot? Yeah, I guess I just missed a spot. So it's 4 blocks past. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess right there would be the line for it. So let's kind of get this lined up here. Hopefully this will work. Actually, it already is lined up. That works great. Okay. So this would be the, I guess, the top roof at the center part of the building. I was thinking about even moving the smokestacks in a little bit on the building and making them so they're kind of like in the middle of the slanted roof on the side. Just moving them inward a little bit. But at this point, with the whole thing kind of laid down, I think I'm just going to leave it how it is. It definitely took a little bit of trial and error to build this thing for the first time. For sure. So there's going to be kind of like the layout for that roof. And then this is going to come down right here. Straight down to the bottom. There we go. And I think that's right. Hopefully. We might have to push that one out 1 extra block, as a matter of fact. So let's go ahead and do that. 1 extra block won't hurt. And then this will pretty much just kind of run across right here. Head all the way down. Alright. And the same thing here. So I'm just going to take down, just kind of putting the perimeter on this thing now. Just kind of mapping this whole thing out. We already have the kind of like the layout put in, so it's really just all about kind of filling in the walls at this point. But nevertheless, we're still making some good progress here. So obviously this is the top, so we need to kind of cover this up. That wood is going well past. And then we're gonna have this, and we're gonna have this lining of gray wool. I just kind of added that at the last second because I thought it would be kind of like a fancy, just kind of color change, so it wasn't all stained clay. And I'm just going to keep on saying stained clay. The only reason, I know it's called regular clay, But the reason why I keep accidentally calling it stained clay is because it's orange, so I just automatically assume that it's stained. Because I'm just so used to clay being gray, just, you know, from all my time playing in the default. So basically, this is just gonna kind of wrap around like this. Pretty simple. And this just adds like a small little detail to it. I think it looks good, and actually even looks better in contrast to the acacia wood, I think. To be honest, I was expecting acacia wood to be a lot orangier than this. Orangier than this. So I was a little bit surprised. I was really satisfied with both the acacia wood and the dark oak wood. Especially the dark oak. That's a really nice looking block, so I was really happy about that. But this looks pretty good. So then obviously this part will get filled in with some more acacia wood. And there's other things that I could switch out. Obviously I don't want to go too overboard with switching out blocks, because everything is kind of, it would just take me forever to switch everything. But, you know, certain things can be changed for sure. And I'm definitely going to be starting using dark oak wood from now on as a replacement for spruce wood on most builds. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. And then, you know, as you would expect, you know, this is just kind of, it's going to run down and all the way around. And it's that simple, guys. It's really nothing much more to it than this. I'm just going to kind of wrap this shape all the way around, fill in this part, and it's going to be pretty much good. So, guys, that's going to do it for today. Did a little bit of more work on this factory. I'm going to just continue to work on this thing off camera, try to get this thing done. As far as back here is concerned, like in this extra space, I'm thinking this is just going to be like a parking lot back here. And then I definitely want to add, I don't know if I talked about this, but I definitely want to add some sort of like chemical deposit or something like that, where we'll have like big tubes coming out of this wall here that are like expelling sludge into the water supply here. Not that I want to pollute Los Angeles' water supply, I just think it'd be kind of funny as like kind of like a little corruption, I guess, in the city, just to give it a little bit more life. But thanks for watching, everybody. It's been Dangeles. Hope you guys enjoyed CLD 197. We're inching closer to CLD 200, guys. It's going to be here very soon. For next episode on CLD 198, we'll do another regular episode. I'll have a question of the day for you guys, all that stuff. Might continue working on the factory, or we'll work on something completely different. So thanks for watching, everybody. Give it a like if you did enjoy it. It's been Dangeles, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.